Rupert is going to a party tonight, and Mrs. Bear is making him a special costume to wear. It is a Halloween party, so you can guess what Rupert will be dressed as. You're right, he is going as a ghost. While Mrs. Bear is busy sewing up the costume, Rupert wanders off to play. As he nears the woods, a sudden crash makes the birds flutter off their branches in alarm. Something has fallen into the brambles. A strange figure in black crawls out and flops down in front of Rupert. Rupert catches sight of a mop of golden curls under the stranger's hat. "Why, you're a girl!" he exclaims. She looks up at him shakily. "My broomstick," she mutters. "What happened to my broomstick?" She limps back to the bushes and returns a moment or two later in tears. "It's broken," she sobs. "The handle's come off and it's all smashed up. Whatever shall I do?" "Don't worry," says Rupert kindly. "I'm sure we have a brush or a rake at home you can use." "You don't understand." She shakes her head in despair. "It's not for sweeping. It's for flying." Rupert stares at her in amazement. But, he stammers, "that's what witches do." "But I am a witch," she cries miserably. The tears stream down her face. "I know I don't look like a witch, and my hair's the wrong colour, but I really am. The other witches won't let me go out with them because I can't fly my broomstick very well, and I keep falling off, and tonight is Halloween, and it's not fair." Rupert sits down weakly, not sure he can believe his ears. "Perhaps it can be mended," he suggests, finding his voice at last. He searches among the bushes and gathers up the broken parts of the broomstick. Then, with some string and a penknife, he binds the broken handle together and ties it back on as firmly as he can. "See if that works," he tells her. She sets off gingerly and flies slowly round the bushes and back. "It's a bit wobbly," she gasps, "but I'm sure it'll get me home." Rupert has another idea. "There's a Halloween party in Bill Badger's garden tonight," he says excitedly. "You can go there and practice." "A Halloween party!" She claps her hands in delight. "Oh, what fun!" Then her face clouds over. "But I don't look much like a witch, do I? I'm not ugly enough, and my hair's all wrong." Rupert thinks for a moment. "Wait here," he says. He races home and returns with his finger paints, a mirror, and an old floor mop. He splodges white paint on her face, puts black lines round her eyes, and then dabs a horrid green colour on her cheeks and neck. After that, he fixes the floor mop on her head to cover up her curls. She sees herself in the mirror and squeals with glee. "Oh, I look like a proper witch now," she beams. Rupert points out the cottage where Bill lives. "Arrive about 6 o'clock, he tells her. "It'll be dark by then, and everyone will be in the garden." Sure enough, that evening, when the party is in full swing, the little witch swoops in over the treetops on her broken broomstick, cackling and shaking her fist. Rupert pretends to be as astonished as everyone else. "I hope she doesn't fall off," he thinks to himself. He breathes a sigh of relief when, with a final screech, she flits away in the moonlight without crashing. "Crumbs! Did you see that?" gulps Bill. "Fancy a real witch coming to my party! What a treat!" But Mrs. Badger gives Rupert a strange look. "I saw that horrid old witch wink at you, Rupert," she says. And of course that's exactly what she had done. But Rupert is determined not to tell anyone why, or to let anyone know that she isn't horrid or old at all. He dashes off to join in the apple bobbing before Mrs. Badger can utter another word. Will you promise to keep the little witch's secret too?